off the Ember again, but this time he's going to be in the mid, and you're going to have that Luna in the safe lane, taking a little bit of a page out of what Empire did in game 1.
Yeah, the big difference is that Vega was, Empire paired the Luna with the Queen of Pain, a hero that could really contribute early. Once you get the Sonic Wave, you could go, get some kills. Ember, not really that type of hero. The laning stage is not going to favor him as much, and his killing potential is not nearly as high. So I feel like Vega needs to get a ton of laning advantage. They need their Wyvern to basically get 7 ASAP and repel the push that is imminent from DK. So I'm not sure whether that's possible. I feel like Vega's draft is very, very greedy, and Empire has one of the better drafts to counter that in the form of Dragon Knight.
And we're going to see how this mid lane goes up. This matchup of the Ember Spirit against this DK and Bane combination. It's not going to be a pretty one here for the Ember. He's actually come to lane here with his Quelling Blade, trying to deal with the damage reduction that's going to be inevitable from that free fire from Resolution. And we'll see how well no one is able to farm up against this and see if he is able to find the CS in this mid lane. It's going to be hard though, Lynn.
Yeah, rarely we'll get a true 1v1 because Wyvern is trying to courier snipe. He could Arctic burn this if he meets up with the courier.
Is he gonna get it?
He doesn't have the vision right now.
As soon as
he'll get it on the way back, but the damage is done, right? Go courier!
Okay.
We'll take those. We'll take those. That's a lot of gold.
That is. Resolution, of course, lucky that he got the bottle out before it was taken down, but nonetheless, as a courier down for a few minutes off the side of Empire, and the Wyvern snipe was successful.
I guess the next thing you could do to really strand the DK is to control the rune so he can't, have that refill. Because normally if you control the rune against DK, it's like, alright, I'll bottle Crow instead, but the courier's dead.
I'm talking about the other lanes. His bottom lane's silent. He's going to be farming up against this Mag Darkseer. We know how good Mag is on the hero. But nonetheless, the Gyrocopter still should be able to find pretty decent farm in this lane, surely.
Unfortunately, Mag is, unfortunately for Empire, Mag's getting quite a bit of experience because he's blocked the jungle. And right now, Dazzle's having a tough time finding that D ward. And you can see that Mag is purposely not dropping that Iron Shell to push the lane. He's like, you know what, I might not get as many CS, but I'm getting a ton of experience under my tower.
Okay, and the final lane, top lane, again, they're running it for the second time. The series, of course, Empire, this Night Stalker Bane lane. We saw how well it was able to kind of punish the Ember Spirit safe lane. It looks like he's going to have a bit of a harder time so far trying to punish your Luna. Yeah,
Luna has much higher base damage. He's got the Witch Doctor backup. The cast is somewhat hard to dive against, and of course there's the Voodoo Restoration as well. So I think Nineposh is more okay in this situation.
So overall, would you say, Vega are going to be a lot happier with the early game here?
Well, given the courier snipe they got going, I think they're pretty okay with the situation. I did not expect the Darkseer to get as much farm and level as he's getting. So a couple of small, nice RNG going the way of Vega. It's not even RNG, but nice start for Vega.
Yeah, smart plays from them at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see really where we see the first bit of action kick off. Which lane in your mind is the most potent?
Probably top, because at least in the last game, that's where all the fight happened. Although we don't have a Spirit Breaker this game. Of course, we do see the Splinter Blast being set up now, so Vega does have quite a bit of killing potential here with the Paralyzing Cast, the Arctic Burn, and now the Splinter Blast.
Oh, it's silent bottom lane. Just moving it onto Mag. Mag will surge himself out.
Yeah, if Mag plays it carefully enough here, he should not die.
He should be pretty smart on this Darkseer. Farm for both of the safe lane is 20 for 4. 19 for 6, very, very close. Ember Spirit in the mid lane finding quite a bit, 20 for 0, 17 for 2, so the Breathe Fire proving to not be too much of an issue here for this Ember, still finding the farm, and top lane, trying to move on to Funny with the Splinter Blast, the Lucer Beam as well, there'll be a Nightmare, I don't think it's going to save him, and well, the cell, nope, not quite enough there, and it will be first blood here for the side of Vega, and can they try to move in for more here, they'll get the Lucer Beam in, there's a few right clicks forcing back the Bane as well. Vega, they're going to be the first ones to get themselves a kill on the board.
Not only that, looks like no one has forced the DK to essentially walk back to base and TP back in the lane as well. So the courier snipe continue to prove to be effective for Vega, and also no one gets himself a bounty rune. So looking pretty good, and more importantly, no one hits level 6 4 minutes in with teleport scroll. So the next time a fight happens, you expect Triple Remnant coming in to really turn the tide of the fight.
Absolutely, yeah, they're going to have that presence from the Ember Spirit ready and waiting. when Vega looks
So
for the
remember
action elsewhere.
what I said about earlier, how Queen of Pain gives you much more effective counter gank TPs? Well, because he's got such a great start, I think no one's gonna make a very good impression of Queen of Pain with that triple remnant if he wants to do so.
I've got no doubt about that. So, coming from how he's played so far, and still resolution. Being forced back, he's fighting the fight. 24 for 2 on this Dragon Knight. Well, maybe not as nice of a lane as he hoped for at the start.
Yep.
And it's going to be pretty much a question of when both of the teams start to group up. With the DK, you're going to be looking to try and push, try and take the towers, force the fights. But I'm looking at their lineup, and on the side of Empire, I mean, who's going to be building the mech this game, or are they just going to be going without it?
I guess if your Bane gets really, really farmed, for example, Go Black from CS Reject loves to go mech. Speaking of which, Mag, by the way, the mech builder for his team, is trying to steal a big stack here. I don't think he'll get most of it. In fact, he might just weaken it enough for Gyro to be like, okay, I guess I'll flak it now. But he is going to get 1 or 2 creeps, so that's nice. But in terms of the time of them grouping up, I think you need some items on DK. You definitely need level 6 on Gyro, so not anytime soon, but maybe Empire, if they find one quick pick.
Oh, top lane. Vega might find a pick here. Moving on to Nofa. He's got the brain sap, but then he will be able to just fog the Luna, so Luna can't get that Lucent beam down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
so I'm guessing 1 key item after Gyro and 1 key item after DK. The DK matchup versus Ember is really nice in the sense that whenever Ember is gone from the lane, DK is going to take like half your HP of your tower. So Ember has to choose his ganks very wisely.
It's going to be, well, Brace is picked up, so looks to be that drums build here for the Ember. Aquila just being completed here by Silent on top of the phase boots.
Top lane looks like Bongo's going to fly out here. Double bounce on Funnick, but it is nighttime, so he'll run out. But what a difference from Funnick, at least game 1 and game 2 performance. I think game 1 at first night he was getting like 2-3 kills already.
Yeah, and now he's got to just stay in the lane really and just soak up the XP.
Right. He really realized he can't really gank essentially anywhere. Can't gank mid because no one has, he's fairly tanky. He has a remnant now, and if you gank bottom, well, Darkseid has Search, and of course you always have an Ember threatening to TP in. So Vega, we talked about how they need a really good laning stage, especially for Wyvern to get a decent amount of levels. And not only is Wyvern having a great farm because he got the first blood, everybody else on the side of Vega is really getting a lot.
No.
They certainly are, but 7 minutes in, it's certainly a little bit less action-packed than the first game we saw. I think we saw something like 8 kills on either side about the 9-minute mark. This one, both teams just playing it a little bit safer. Understandably so, this is a big game for them, both of them. Big deal. Well, second match here. This could be sending the side of Vega home if they drop this. And Empire can make their way through to day 2 here if they take this match.
Resolution getting pressure pretty hard in the mid lane. He does have Bane backing him up. One thing that Vega needs to watch out for is the level 6 Gyro gank that's becoming very, very popular. Silent disappears into the jungle using his call down the farm, but Vega does not know that, so Vega might be preparing for the Gyro gank that may not even come. Mag continue to jungles up in the jungle, or farms up in the jungle, and the mech timing should be pretty good for him.
Headdress done at the moment, and it's still got a bit of a way to go.
Yeah.
But as you said, yeah, it's going to be reasonable, especially considering it's a game where this just hasn't been, he's not been involved in any kills, because it hasn't really been any that much at this point.
Yeah, the big difference between the Luna farm this game and last game was that Silent, it was a very chaotic fight, but Silent never had to join the fight, so he was getting free farm, and he was slowly pulling away, but speaking of this game, the Gyro and the Luna really close to net worth with each other. I imagine we're going to see much earlier BKB purchase for both of the cores because no one has a big enough lead to be like, alright, I'm going to just get more farming items, I'm going to get more stats.
Oh, look at the smoke up here from the Bane and the Gyro. No one's got an invis rune though, and that's going to dispel the smoke here with the ward out as well. And we'll get dewarded. They know that no one's still about. He's still got half the duration of this invis and no detection on the Bane, of course. So I'm going to be able to find this Emperor, and no one will be able to walk it off. But nonetheless, just stopping a bit of aggression there that Empire we're going to be looking for with that smoke.
Yeah, pretty standard smoke timing for a Gyro once you hit level 7 and 8. And when you see that Dazzle soaking the free farm on the bottom lane, you kind of sense it coming as well. So Vega not falling for a very common trick in the book and continue to rise away.
Dazzle just trying to
When
find
did we
his
go
way
from
to
CS Dota to China Dota?
I mean, this is it's totally slowed down, hasn't it? Game 2 is a right contrast to what we saw in Game 1. Mid lane might see a bit of action here. No one moving in with a Flame Guard. Quite going to be able to take down this DK.
I mean, in theory, no one could commit a couple of remnants and jump for the kill, but too dangerous. You get stunned up by DK under the tower, the TP comes in, and suddenly, you know, the Dazzle Graving, you don't know where he is. Oh, you know he's bottom, but he could technically TP mid, so just very risky play, and Vega very comfortable just farming right now.
And the fact that they don't really know where Silent is, because he's been off the map just cleaning up these jungle camps now.
Yeah. A big turning point is, I think the team that makes the first dive under a tower, similar to last game, will be the team losing out the fight, because both teams are so good at counter ganking with teleports.
In a lot of trouble here. No one's
right.
coming with the Remnant. Chains as well. Funnick. Oh, is he going to get himself out of it with his teleport? He's got the phase boots as well in this. Being nighttime.
Yeah.
He just couldn't quite get the damage in, and Funnick ends up wasting the time here with this
bottom lane,
Ember
Resolution's going to DK form into a stun, but where's the follow-up? Dazzle's like, I'm going to heal now, guys.
As your TP's coming through as well. No Fear still moving in. Has that Nightmare, seeing if he can try and find the range to get it out on anyone, but he can't at the moment.
So as soon as the Ember rotates off the lane, Empire decides to strike at the bottom. And let's see if they're going to get this tier 1 tower. Maybe they'll get the tier 1, and you can see Wyvern immediately rotating and looking to D-push. Already get the level 3 Splinter Blast. Empire will end up getting this tower, but Vega's going to try to delay as much as possible. Meanwhile, they're retorting on the top side as well. Luna, not exactly a bad pusher, starting to damage that tier 1 top.
It will be the side of Empire to find the first tier 1 here on that bottom lane. And as you said, tier 2 looks like it will fall. They're not going to try and defend. It's just Funnick cleaning out the wave, trying to pull it back here with the Void Spam.
If they could get a tower deny here, that would be huge. In fact,
they've held on to the tower.
The TP from Gyro, forcing everybody back silent. Maybe looking for a call down here. Witch Doctor really caught out. The call down's gonna fly. One tick will hit, and the base boot plus the rocket barrage. Oh no.
He's not gonna go. I think they're a bit aware that Pasha is there and does have the Eclipse. They're, you know, very scared of trying to fight into the Eclipse in the jungle at that choke point.
Slight advantage for Empire though. They got the bottom tier 1, and I believe they denied the top.
They didn't quite get the deny. Actually. The catapult managed to finish it off. No one was able to stop it.
Yeah.
So tower for a tower trade. Silent looking to build into that Sange and almost certainly into the S and Y. I'll be interested to see if he kind of follows a build that we saw, I think it was Loader do a few times at the major way. Picks up the Sange, but then he goes for the BKB first after that before finishing into the full S and Y. So he's got that extra tankiness.
Just 1 HP.
So so the Vega can't burst him down.
Again, I think Vega is very comfortable with the way that the game's going. They have a much more farm-oriented and late game-oriented lineup. And one of the core sticks out as a Swordom to me, which is the Funnick Night Stalker. When he's not really snowballing out of control through kills, he just doesn't farm very fast. So I feel like he's going to be left in the dust when it comes to the farm game. And an under-farm Night Stalker is... I mean, Darkness is still very good at preventing ganks and preventing split push, but when it comes to actual fighting and right-clicking, well, mid lane, the grip's going to fly up here. We're going to have the DK form. He could really stun.
You've got the stun to follow up as well, but there's a core embrace. Yeah, here's the turnaround potentially. It looks like they can't quite bring down no one, and now with the Rodent's Curse, the Death Board as well. The Remnants in coming in from the side of Vega. No one's trying to clean this up. The weave comes out. Grave onto Resolution. They'll actually turn around. Gets the kill onto the Ember Spirit. They do lose the Bane. Resolution's just going to be fine here with that regen. So, as much as Vega tried to turn that, Empire going to be happy with that train. They get the deny as well. They do end up losing the Night Stalker though. Funnick will go down as Luna moved in and did use the Eclipse there to find himself a kill on that top lane.
I think Night Stalker actually initiated a fight, but Luna says, I got Eclipse, and won that one pretty big time. I wonder what Nightposh is going for, the item choice. So last game we saw the Helm into Yasha and then Manta and then Scotty. But I imagine, again, we're going to see a much earlier BKB.
Yeah, Drums BKB, I'd imagine. Yeah. It's going to be the call here for
the maybe Drums, SMY, and then BKB.
SMY first? Okay.
SMY gives you some health if he feels comfortable enough again.
Silent. He's being chased down. And look at these Remnants coming straight across. Funnick is there to try and help turn, but the wall's being dropped. And with the vacuum as well, Silent and Funnick need to get themselves the hell out of here. Silent starts to run. Yeah, I've still got the mana for the cooldown and the Rocket Barrage for that cannon in 5, but they're not going to want to fight this at this angle. They'll back themselves off Empire.
That's a lot of commitment against a team that has a Dazzle. With that said, though, Dazzle did have his teleport on cooldown, so I wonder if Vega saw Dazzle TPing somewhere and was like, all right, guys, we got 40 seconds to make this gank happen. In either case, nothing really came out of that, and we do continue a very slow farming game. Speaking of network here, Gyro leading by 600. Nothing really to write home about.
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, when you look at what the Luna is pretty close behind on the side of Vega. It definitely feels like, yeah, Vega are in a stronger position than they were at this point in Game 1, where Empire were really breaking ahead in terms of the farms on their core. Now, in the mid lane, there's a smoke up, and okay, Funny's going to take the brunt of this attack, jumping straight away with the Death Ward as well. Not giving any mercy or any chance for this Night Stalker to escape. They'll take themselves the kill. At the same time, though, Resolution, he is pushing down on this tier 2 on the bottom lane, and Silent, ready to fight. The Rocket Barrage and the cooldown, very nicely done for the tree line. They'll take down the Witch Doctor. There's 3 heroes still trying to move forward. Pasha hasn't got the Eclipse here for 20 seconds, and now, with Resolution turning it with an Invis rune, they can try and turn this. The Fiend's Grip comes out. This is going to be a big kill, but the Winter's Curse onto Silent might buy enough time for no one to escape. No, they've got the damage with the Brief Fire. They'll find the kill onto the Ember Spirit, and now Empire looking to move forward for more. Chasing behind this tier 1 in the mid lane. Resolution, he's got a Dragon Tail stun in 4 seconds. Can he get himself in range for any of this action? Pasha and Mag playing it safe behind the tier 2.
You need to disengage it out because the Eclipse is back online, and you don't want to fight under the tier 1 tower, especially in Luna Eclipse. TP coming in from the Witch Doctor. The cast not going to really bounce too much. Meanwhile, the chase on the back line here, No Fear trying to run away, but the drums from 9posh will seal the deal. So again, kind of really scrappy fights. Both teams really trying to fight around, you know, the cooldowns of ultimates and teleport scrolls. And again, you know, Vega continue to farm away on the Luna.
Indeed, it's pretty much going to be the battle of the Gyro and the Luna this game.
Yep.
Both cores are finding the farm. It's just going to be a question of who finds the better fights. And well, Silently picks up the Blade of Alacrity, so is going to go for that full-out S and Y before progressing any further. And still just saving up money here on Pasha's Luna, yet to reveal what his first big item is going to be on top of the drums.
I think at this point, maybe he's looking to... Because I guess if you want the BKB, you would have bought the Ogre Club by now just for the extra HP. So maybe he's going for a full Yasha, or maybe even an Ultimate Orb just to tank up a bit. Meanwhile, trying to go for a Manta once again. Manta,
I mean, he does kind of need something against this Night Stalk. You know, during the darkness, the night time, just getting the Crippling Fear out from Luna is really limiting the output, or the damage output of the side of Vega in these team fights.
The thing about Manta this game is, apart from that, it really doesn't help you against too much of anything else. You know, the stun from DK, you can't really avoid it. You cannot get rid of things like Enfeeble. Call down Flat Cannon still will destroy illusions, so I don't know. Maybe he's also saving up gold, thinking about what he wants to buy.
Top lane, Resolution gets the push on with this Elder Dragon form.
I think it's going to be a tower trade as Vega is going to get this one for free as well. And looks like the DK form is more than halfway done, so maybe they do a little bit of tier 2 damage, forcing Vega to come back. And looks like Luna is committing for what looks like to be a BKB with the Mithril Hammer pickup.
Okay, yeah, understandable here from Pasha. And top lane, there's your TPs. They're ready to try and fight Empire. They know that Resolution is going to be losing to the Dragon soon, and with Winter's Curse to lock him down. Remnant 4 for no one. They're trying to fight. Resolution's going to go for the TP, but the Searing Change is there. Shallow Grave will come out from a low toss, but I don't think they're saving Resolution. They've got to let this Dragon Knight go, and they will. They'll find the kill Vega. The rest of the team looking to get themselves out. Can they cancel the TP? They got anything? Yes, they do. Chains just in time. And they pick themselves up a double kill on the Ember Spirit.
Lane.
Very nice reaction.
Teleports into a Rocket Barrage.
He's got a Fiend's Grip, and here's your cooldown. Pasha will fall. Mag tries to save him there, moving in with the mech, but Mag's just going to pay with his own life clear, and that's a double kill for Silent. He'll say yes, thank you.
The reason that Mag was playing so aggressive because 9posh was cutting from behind, trying to get a little bit of Eclipse action going on, but great TP from No Fear. Kind of break that fight up, gets the grip. They do get the tier 1 tower, and looks like they could pressure a little bit more, so the last couple of exchanges has been, again, kind of going back and forth. It's really hard to say any one team has a huge advantage, and if you look at the net worth graph, well...
it's very close, up and down, and if anything, Vega losing the control that they did have, and well, Silent's going to look to try and take more away from them. He's got this haste rune, moving straight in onto Sherman, well, with Funnick there as well, no hope for the Witch Doctor. He's out for the count, and Silent now on a dominating streak. 4 kills here on this Gyrocopter, 1 assist, hasn't died yet this game. Funnick, that's a bit of a different story. 3 deaths at the moment, and he's being chased down by no one. We could be seeing another one added to the tally, but no one didn't quite have the mana there to go for the slight combo.
I think with both teams so even, Empire might finally have the trump card, which is the BKB on DK, because if he sits on the front line and activates BKB in a fight or beats at your tower, there's really very little answer. Sure, you could technically use your Death Ward and hit him a bit, and of course you could stun him with, you know, Winter's Curse, but he's just so tanky. And you can see the Empire now start to group up and look for a little bit of objective.
Ooh, can they find Pasha here? Well, looks like they're not going to try for it. You know, look at the side of Vega, they're all in the fountain at the moment, but Empire know that they are going to be able to do something spooky. There's going to be a smoke here from Vega from the base. See if they can catch something out here. Pasha hasn't quite hit level 11, well he will now, so he's going to have that second point into the Eclipse.
Yep.
The fighting power stepping up for the side of Vega. It's just a question if they can actually find a jump onto Empire. Playing fairly safely at the moment, kind of separating across the map and splitting themselves up, backing away.
If they could get Gyro here, it would be huge. Looks like they won't find him. No one aggressively jumping forward.
So deep here.
Well, he's found them, but where's the follow-up here? And immediately you can see Empire rotating.
And there's a Fiend's Grip on No Fear as well, if he wants to try and find something.
I think it's time to back out here. Ember too low on mana. Vega recognized the danger that is coming their way, which is the double BKB on both Gyro and DK. Once that's online, it's almost impossible for Vega to defend.
Resolution is going to get chains out onto him. He's going to hold on to his BKB, not prematurely popping it as of yet.
Yeah, Vega desperately trying to find any type of action because once the double BKB comes on, they just cannot defend. So any pick they could get could transition maybe into a tower, maybe Roshan. They need to find themselves some sort of go boost. But for now, Luna falling behind in the net worth. DK is also...
It's going to be a huge wraparound. If they can find a Fiend's Grip, and they do, the Eclipse isn't going to come out in time. Silent, he gets out on the cooldown, and now he's going to move forward. The vacuum wall is massive from the side of Vega. They're looking to turn the fan, the pain. The Winter's Curse with the Resolution with the Death Ward as well. Silent's going to get himself out. He's been shallow graved up. The Jar in a lot of trouble. The lower dance as well in this Dazzle. He's got to run, he's got to hide, but the Arctic Burn slows out. Silent has been caked up. He's hiding in the tree line on 15 HP, but they should be able to find him here. Silent, oh, he jukes it out. They didn't get the vision. The Lucid Beam finally comes down from Vega. And off the back of a beautiful vacuum wall from Mag there at that choke point, Empire just getting torn apart.
Yeah, and boy, Vega needed that as well. So the game now back on an even footing as a huge catch-up play here by Luna in terms of farm. BKB will be complete after that fight. I think the courier was lost for Vega in that fight. But
let's have a look at this Scory Sports replay. Where's it all go wrong for Empire?
Well, that vacuum wall, man. The cooldown was really good, but they didn't have enough burst damage. And then the vac wall came, the Curse of Steel up, and Witch Doctor really looking to go. So much damage output from the support at this stage of the game.
I mean, they nearly saved Silent as well. It's cool when we see him kind of juke around. He's like, "Ooh."
Unfortunately, he didn't have a TP. If he did, he would have actually completed the channel, given the amount of time. DK made it out though, so that was pretty good for them.
Things starting to step up here, 22 minutes in. 10 for 6 at the moment, Vega. Off the back of that last fight, going to feel a bit more confident, but still the top net worth is this Silent Gyrocopter. But it is a question of just when he can actually finish off that Ogre Club goal for the BKB, because as we saw in that last fight, he really needs that. I mean, even with it, if Vega can hit a combo like that, there's going to be a serious amount of damage still coming down. But with the BKB, it's going to be much more likely for Empire to be able to turn around those kind of fights where Vega gets the jump.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the vacuum wall combo looks sick in that fight, but once the BKB comes online, like you said, then you know the Curse won't catch everybody. But the Curse changed, and of course, when you have the BKB, you could easily run down the Witch Doctor, so he couldn't output the damage that he did in the last fight. So that's why the timing was so important for Empire. And now looks like DK starting to get a little bit of picking item himself, looking for the Shadow Blade. Vega though very aggressive into this Roshan play because Empire could knock on the Roshan doorstep. I'm not sure Vega could do this.
I mean, Aloha's just dropped the weave down here.
Time to back out.
And Vega have got to be very careful about sticking around here.
Because if you lose this fight right now, and the fact that you brought Roshan to maybe 60% health, you lose 3 heroes, they get Aegis, and you just could flat out lose the game. This is very dangerous for Vega.
I do like this though. Vega, they're back up, they smoke out, it's been drawn on the map, they're looking for the wraparound onto the side of Empire.
They do have everything back online. And of course, more importantly, Mag has the Blink Dagger. Here we go.
Empire knowing that something's going on. And they are actually going to keep this safe, as we can see. Yeah, Silent just actually TP straight across the mid lane.
This is like 2 chess players, masters, just moving back and forth.
Knowing each other's next move.
Yep. But the big smoke, big circle, and then go straight back into the Roshan pit. And it seems like Empire.
This works out for Vega.
Yeah, it looks like Empire got tricked this time around.
They scattered just a little bit too far. And
Well, they will see the Remnant flying out of the Roshan pit with their wards. So
can they get there in time? I don't know if they can. Look,
I mean, they don't do Rosh that quickly though.
Silence miles away.
There's that weave.
He's heading back up to the top, so they're not even going to go for this one, Lumi. They're just going to let it go to the side of Vega.
I mean, DK is coming in. He's got BKB.
He's got to be a bit quicker on his footing, though.
I mean, the weave is taking out.
They've spooked him. Vega have actually just left the pit. So this has now allowed time for Silent to get here as well on the gyro.
This is like a do or die fight, I think, for both teams. Because Roshan is so low, now you just go in if you're Empire.
They're questioning whether to commit. The Slight comes out. They do have an Eclipse on Pasha. If he can get that off, that's going to be absolutely huge in the fight. There's the vacuum into Winter's Curse. No one jumping for the Remnant. The wall's being dropped. They've lost themselves to Bane, but now Silent. Moving forward, the BKB resolution. Well, the double BKBs that you talked about, Lumi. Let's see them come into play. Pasha gets out his own BKB, starting to work with. They've lost the Wyvern. Silent actually running away from this Luna. Just a little bit too scary for him. Resolution trying to see if he can get a Dragon Tail. No one will see him heading back into the pit. Silent still alive with a Rocket Barrage moving away, but Pasha with the right clicks. Can they keep Silent alive? Yes, they can. They get the Shallow Grave off just in time. Silent trying to move it on to back with the Rocket Barrage. Is he taken down? No. Max is getting himself out. Silent's being Glimmer caped up. No one trying to move in with the Flame Guard. Resolution gets the Dragon Tail onto the Ember Spirit. Can he take him down? No. Silent is dodging there. Remnant away. No one's going to live. He gets himself out. They've lost three on the side of Empire. The Bongos bouncing between the Yellow Heart Dazzle and the Resolution Dragon Knight. Gets the Dragon Tail off. He gets one. He gets two. Triple kill him for the Dragon Knight. Can he get himself four? Moving into Seam of the Slayer. The last one standing is trying to chase this down. Is he going to be able to find it? He gets healed up by
DK form running out almost.
He's going to get the Dragon Tails there. He's going to be able to take himself down. A fourth Ultra kill for Resolution.
But he can't get the Roshan.
Oh!
Well, maybe he can.
I think they can. There's 4 dead on Vega. They're not really coming back, Lumi.
Wyvern's coming back.
I mean, I don't think Wyvern can stop this one. What a fight there from Empire. Beautifully just balancing themselves. The fact that Resolution
I thought
and a low art just kept each other alive. Yeah. The Dazzle play was beautiful. Resolution, he always focused the right targets. They get away with a huge fight, and they get away with the Roche and the Aegis.
Well, DK getting the Aegis was definitely big for them, but more important, I don't really... Okay, the Aegis is big, but I think really the result of the fight was what Empire was really after. They cannot give the Aegis on Luna, so... Of course, as the game drags on, a lot of these drum charges is also being depleted on the side of Vega. They started with 2 drums of endurance and now 0 charges between both the heroes. So, I mean, they also need the Battle Fury on No One to be finished ASAP, because I think Vega's play now, after losing that big fight, is just go for the late game. And you definitely want that Battle Fury online ASAP so he can start farming. The thing is, split pushing becomes very, very hard against the Night Stalker, as well as the Shadow Blade on DK. You could just start picking your team with +1. So Vega really backed up in a corner, in my opinion, right now.
I mean, Silent's got a DD now as well, so Empire may very well just look to group up and go down the mid.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, look at this position from Resolution, ready to try and make a jump. He's got that Aegis. And now with the Hyper Stone, starting to build towards that Assault Cuirass stay on the Dragon Knight. And here's your push. Onyx summons the darkness. Vega just keeping themselves right up on the high ground here. They've probably got to just let this tier 2 go. I don't know if they can fight into this gyro. It's a very risky move. The sentry gets popped down though. No resolutions there. The ping's coming out, saying don't go out of the base, lads. There's a Dragon Knight there waiting with his tail.
Nope. We see you too now.
There we go. Tier 2 down. Empire. And they're ready to move forward for more. 28 minutes in. They want to try and break the base. Resolution going in with the Elder Dragon form. Starting to push it onto the tier 3. Trying to force back. Arctic Burn. I mean, that percentage base damage not too shabby. Lucent Beam as well. Resolution getting fairly low.
What a hero. That's a support D-pushing you. Like, you have an Aegis on DK, he's like, eh. You know, Arctic Burn from far.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It is not bad at all.
The thing is, the reason that...
Fairly long cooldown though.
Yeah, very long cooldown, and Dazzle is just like, okay,
I should say that. It's 20 seconds now at max level, isn't it?
Oh, I'm surprised he maxed it, because normally you see Co-Embrace being more of a popular choice. Although, I guess it comes down to game. And this game, the percentage damage, very good against the high base armor of DK, like we're seeing this D-push situation.
I mean, looking at this, the fact that Resolution is going to have a reasonable timing on this Assault Cuirass that we're talking about. And here's your push. Looking for the tier 2. Silent kind of left on his own towards the mid lane. Vega had moved out a little bit into their own jungle, maybe seeing if they could find the wraparound. Isn't going to be the case. So Empire get themselves the space to take a second tier 2 from the side of Vega. And very much gaining a firm grip
Oh,
on the
mid lane.
status of this game and straight in onto this poor old Wyvern.
I mean, he's just a support, but I think he's the most important hero for Vega right now.
We saw the Arctic Burn become an issue. It's not going to be an issue when he's dead. Yeah, 40 seconds on the clock for the man, and here's the push from Empire. They'll take down the tier 3, looking for more. Sleight Fist comes out for no one. They lose the beam down onto Funnick. The cast doing a bit of a bounce. Mag going in. Oh, that is beautiful for Silent. He gets out of the BKB. He's trying to fight. Pasha himself moving in with the Eclipse. They've got a Fiend Grip out onto no one. It will not get cancelled as they'll back themselves out here, Empire.
So you just drop your biggest combo and...
Yeah, that's the wall gone. That's the Eclipse gone.
Yeah.
And you don't kill anyone.
Well, Wyvern's almost back and he should D-push here. Alright, so... I mean, they didn't lose rank, so...
They didn't. It could have been a lot worse. But next time, it might not be as lucky. The fact that they use that combo and they don't manage to kill anyone on the side of Empire, and that's
DK.
AC dumb. Yeah.
DK is so farmed.
Just look at the net worth of the two cores for the side of Empire.
Yeah.
You've got a Jara and a DK pretty much sitting on 15k. Over on the side of Vega, it's your Luna at 11k. About 4k behind, 30 minutes in, and the graph, of course, overall showing it. But I think just the fact that there's that difference between the cores, that's the real breaking point here for the side of Vega that's really hitting them hard in these fights.
Unless Vega gets a 3-4 man wipe, this graph, the trend going towards Empire will just continue. Because there's no way Vega could farm outside their base against Night Stalker, against DK. We saw that Wyvern just sitting in front of his tier 3 and just got picked, so...
Yeah, he was gone.
Yeah. How will Vega defend the base?
Now let's have a look. No wall for 20 seconds, no Eclipse for 60. Resolution moving in. There's the Arctic Burn that we're talking about. Sleight of Fist coming down as well. Resolution down to half a HP.
Okay.
Does still have that Aegis. Worth noting. And again, just trying to be held back here by Vega. This is going to be the range racks going down. So half the racks down in the mid. And again, the chains onto Resolution. Grave will now be coming out. Oh, the Aegis is just expired. He needs to be careful. This man hasn't got an Aegis. He's not going to have a second chance. Gets himself out just in time. Silent, he'll be a little bit less lucky. He gets the BKB out with the damage for the power cast and the Death Ward. He's getting himself a wing. Might just be able to live. In fact, maybe thinking about turning. No one moving forward. Resolution has to get himself out. That timing of the Aegis expiring. They're very lucky, Empire, that they didn't stick around and go greedy. I'm sure they were keeping track of that timer, but they disengage at just the right time, Lumi.
Well, Vega, at least, again, defended the base. I mean, against all odds. Sure, the range racks that went down. That's pretty bad, but, you know, I think they averted ultimate disaster, and now they get a little bit of farming time, but, boy, they really needed some picks, man. They need to start kind of forming a little bit of more of a defensive line. They need to farm more.
Funnick. Okay, that's a nice move.
TP out.
Yeah, he's out.
And again, as this game drags on, like, for example, when Funnick finishes that Aghanim Scepter, boy, you can't leave base. You're just too scared to. So the big goal lead is continuing to pound on Vega. And again, they need like 3 picks to start getting a tier 2, start getting more objectives. I just don't know where they're going to find these picks.
MKB's now done on Gyrocopter. Ready for the next fight. We're looking over at Vega and the fact that the farm, you know, Mag's still finding it. He's got the Greaves now done on this Darkseer. Ready for that next defense. But Empire, looks like they're going to 60 objectives here. Looking to try and take that final tier 2 here on this top lane. So they'll get the push around. Yeah, but Silent and Resolution. You know, they talked about it on the panel. This was their classic back in the day. DK and Jara, and still proving to be as effective here in this current patch and in this current meta. Really.
And more importantly, it's so easy for Dazzle to just stay like 2k range away. Because all you have to do is make sure your DK or whoever you're frontlining with survives. Right now, the only way that Vega could win a fight is getting some sort of like 4 or 5 man vacuum combo and just blowing up the DK or the Gyro during that time. So if you're the Dazzle, you just make sure you don't get caught by the combo. You always get off your Grave.
They're smoking up. They want to try and fight in the jungle. They're going to jumbo. Resolution gets the Dragon Tail onto Pasha. Pasha will be cold and braced up. BKB's been popped by Resolution. Mag trying to find himself a position here for a vacuum wall combo. The Winter Skirt's coming down as a Resolution. Silent now moving in with the MKB. The damage this man's doing, forcing back the side of Vega. Mag's going to pull. They have lost the Bane, and they will maybe be able to buy Resolution. No, the Shallow Grave comes out. He just turns. Look at the damage that this Dragon's doing. He's going to stay alive. The Death Ward is not enough. Triple kill for Silent. 4 heroes falling to the floor on the side of Vega. And again, they just can't take these fights against Empire. This Dazzle Dragon Knight combo is just too damn strong. The Dragon Knight just has so much damn armor.
So what happened in that fight is that Luna got caught, and the Darkster had to pop the Grief to save the Luna. And when he blinked in trying to look for his big vacuum combo, he just got silenced by Funnick. Normally you use a Grief for yourself to debuff, but at this point he can't, because he used it for the Luna already. So big disastrous fight. They're going to start losing multiple lanes of Raxus. Top goes down, mid will go down as a casualty as well. If Vega could hold the bottom lane of Raxus, maybe they have a glimmer of hope, but I'm not even sure whether they can. Wyvern is here to try to D-push, but at this point, Empire could go for the Gusto and get the last lane of Rax, or they could just be like, you know what, we'll just take Rush.
Let's go Rush. Let's go for the safe bet.
I mean, walking into this today, I don't think we expect Vega to get eliminated.
And I don't think a lot of people expected Empire to kind of come into the form that they have now. I mean, the first game of the day, the first best of one, it wasn't pretty against Vega.
I didn't 2 days ago. They lost against CIS Reject.
Losing a game against Monkey, and then they turn up like this. You know, they take the 2 games back, and now in this series against Vega, Empire.
Maybe we just need to like make them not sleep as much.
I was going to say maybe that it's the tiredness.
Yeah.
Playing at this time of night really seems to benefit the side of Empire.
Like, we just want to go to bed, but let's win quick.
They're done. Having this urgency is certainly giving them the kick of the backside that they needed. Oh, they'll take the Roshan. Aegis now silent. I don't think you want to run it into that one. He's not to get the charge. The Phoenix Grid coming out. They get the back in the wall. But now the BKB's coming out from Empire. And Vega just starts to disappear. 2 down. GG well played is called. And Empire take the series 2-0 against Vega Squadron Lumi with, I've got to be honest, 2 games where their performance was nothing less than outstanding.
Yeah, this game really showcased some of the most tactical Dota I've seen. Like, it was slow, perhaps it was a little boring, but boy, 2 Grandmaster chess players at around that Roshan pit. The dance was absolutely amazing. That team fight.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a great series. Yeah. I mean, you know, it wasn't by any means a stomp. Vega did put up a fight, but it was just very impressive to see Empire react in the way that they did. And taking the series absolutely clean, not dropping a single game. So Empire, of course, will be the ones to move forward after that. And, well, that is, of course...